was hard as the frost. Caillou and Classic Caillou were cold and cross. Caillou says, I wanted a coat. Classic Caillou says, the weather woke up early. There was no air conditioning or any warmer in the bedroom, so the two were just out there. Unprepared, they think about being warm as. Caillou says, the sun, the heat, a coat, and being inside. Classic Caillou says, and scarves. So Classic Caillou thinks about having a scarf. Later, Boris is just drinking coffee when he just got a call that he wants to take a family on a tour of the city. Later, the whole family meets in the breakfast room and is ready to tour. They are going to the store to buy something. As soon as everyone arrives at the supermarket, Mom and Dad tells the kids to stay. The three went out, including Rosie because she was behaved, that they have to stay in the car. So then, they were left behind. But luckily the engine's on, and then the two kids decide that they want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's. So Caillou tells Classic Caillou to drive to the Chuck E. Cheese's. Soon, they go in the front seat and they're ready to go. As the two kids head to Chuck E. Cheese's, they enter in, have fun, they play games. Play this type of game, and shortly after a while of playing the games was uninterrupted, the two have pizza, which is kind of their favorite food. Then, after the two kids left, the three members of this remaining family were just getting out of the supermarket, but they notice, hey, where's the car? Says Boris. And then the car is coming. Boris turns angry, saying that the two kids stolen that they went to Chuck E. Cheese's, and he's so cross that he accidentally pushed the bag to the street. And then there's trouble. The parents are so cross at the kids because jelly and the trousers fly all over the place. The bag, the trousers flying to the car to make it a scarf. And they were so cross that, hey kids, get back here, says the parents. How dare you argue with us and mess around? That's it. You're grounded for a while. We're going home right now. Calling the janitor. Okay. Caillou is having a normal day on the weekend. One day, he wanted to watch TV in the living room this time. Caillou says, I wonder what's next on TV. The TV says, coming up on Sprout is Barney and Friends. So Caillou was annoyed when he watched Barney, especially with the song. He says, oh no, it's that stupid Barney the dinosaur again. That's it, I'm going to kill him once and for all. Caillou becomes angry. He pulls out his gun. And then he heads out to his car even though he's not old enough to drive. Caillou comes in the stage and tries to kill Barney, and then once he gets to the scene, here's what Barney says. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. It's a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say love me too? And then the scene is going so well until Caillou shows up with a gun and causes trouble. He says, oh no 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 no. It's like this. I hate you. You hate me. Let's have Barney up on a tree. Prepare to die, you fat purple turd. So Caillou shoots Barney, and then he says, yay, I killed Barney for good. The boy says, you won't get away from this. Caillou, I am calling the cops and the scene manager. And then Caillou runs away, drives back home. And when he came home, he is surprised to see his whole family crying over Barney being killed. He says, yay, I'm home. Why are you all crying? Someone killed my most favorite TV show character, Barney the dinosaur, says Rosie. We're going to miss him too, Doris says. Boris says, how come you have a gun in your head? Caillou, you killed Barney, didn't you? As a matter of fact, I did, because I hate him so much. He is the stupidest TV show character I have ever seen, says Caillou. So Boris becomes angry, and Caillou begins to cry. Boris says, Caillou, how dare you call Barney the stupidest TV show character and kill him? He is one of our most favorite TV show's characters on the Sprout. That's it. You are grounded for the rest of the year. Put the gun down and go to your room right now. Breaking news. On the TV, during production, Barney has been killed, but the actor is really fine. That's it for now, and goodbye. Caillou bugs out the house and uses a lot of water until the house begins to flood later. The kitchen at first continues to flood. Eventually later, there's still flood going on. But this does not only affect the kitchen. Eventually, the flood is ready to go to some other rooms, such as the dining room. The dining room has lots, still has flood problems. Well, it's still fine with this. And then also the breakfast room, which is another room, is also flooded. And then continues to the living room, which is a little bit empty at first. After that, it then goes to the parents' room where mom is sleeping, Doris is sleeping, and then eventually it continues until Boris came up, becomes angry and says, "I think Caillou did this," he said to himself. And then eventually Doris wakes up to the flood. "Hey Caillou, come back here," says her. And then Caillou is coming. "Caillou, why did you do this?" says Doris. Caillou says, "I don't know. I just want to flood the house, that's it." And then there's trouble. "That's it, you're grounded. Go back and turn it off." So Caillou turns it off. Happily ever after, while thinking about trouble. After Caillou turns off the sinks, he knows he is grounded and he returns to his room. Meanwhile, the parents are a little bit arguing about what to do because of the water. Boris says, "Hey, what are the effects of the flooding?" Doris says, "Let's see, let's go to the kitchen and test it out." Soon, the two did. Boris says, "I'm gonna turn on the sink." Doris says, "Good idea." Boris turned on the sink, only to find out that the whole thing did not work. After that, everyone is thinking. Boris comes up with this idea. "Hey, let's go to the grocery store and buy lots of water. It costs a lot of money, but it's worth it." Eventually, says Boris, they all agree upon. After the shopping, the angry parents were bringing water bottles, like a bunch of them. There's 3 packs, it's a lot. They were angry and they're about to go home because of what Caillou has done. When they get home, the parents, still angry about the waste of water and then the flood, were so excited that the water bottles are here. The parents are planning to use the 3 packs until the bill is over, and that they'll learn a lesson that Caillou needs to not flood the house once again in order to keep the water supply running in this house. Alright? Boris says, "Mom, let's start over, we'll do this again." And then, yeah. Just before the day begins, while there's still sun, Caillou was just sleeping normally. He was dreaming about school, being into Chuck E. Cheese's, and Chuck E. Cheese is right at school. It functions as normal, but at school, with the teacher now being the supervisor, and Caillou and his classmates having fun, and then the arcade place seems to be in the hallway with a stranger playing Guitar Hero, and Caillou and Dora having a good date. Right where the school hallway was, but as Chuck E. Cheese. That is not real, and Caillou was just gonna be waking up. He was sleeping until all of a sudden Boris came up and says, "Caillou, wake up, it's time to go to school." Caillou responds and says, "Yes, I'll go to school." Once Caillou gets to school, Miss Person says, "Hello class, today we're gonna do social studies." Caillou says, "Can I go to the bathroom?" Miss Person replies, "Yes, you may, but hurry back in 5 minutes." Caillou agrees, but instead, he changes the school so the sign says Chuck E. Cheese's. Within 5 minutes, he's back to the classroom. Miss Martin says, "Hello, Caillou's back, and we are going to be doing social studies right now. So get out your books and study." "Hey, what's all that racket out there? I better go see." So the two people comes, and the 4 visitors come, and some of them are excited and some of them are worried. And then Miss Burton says, "Why are you 4 here?" One of the visitors says, "We're here for Chuck E. Cheese's. Is this Chuck E. Cheese's?" Miss Burton says, "This is not Chuck E. Cheese's. This is school." The visitors reply, "The sign says Chuck E. Cheese's." Miss Burton says, "Really? I better go see." Miss Martin and the principal are so angry about Caillou. Well, he's just maybe laughing or being happy. And eventually, Caillou begins to cry as Miss Martin and the principal says, "Remove the Chuck E. Cheese's sign right now. You're in big trouble." Caillou does that, and then the 3 all say that, explain that this is not Chuck E. Cheese's and that it's actually school. Caillou explains it and says, "I just changed it to Chuck E. Cheese's because I hate school." "Oh, whoa, Caillou, how dare you change the school to Chuck E. Cheese's? What a bit attractive it is. That's it. You're grounded for a while. Go to your room right now," says the parents and passing the road. The end. Caillou was just watching a little bit of TV while he was having fun, but the content of the TV reminds him about an attempt to lead the world, and he thinks about the White House, so he thinks in a minute, and eventually he says, "Hey, I want to try to take over the White House, be the president, and just have everyone go to Chuck E. Cheese." Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Alright, so then Caillou has the idea, but before he sneaks off, he exits the living room and then checks upon if mom and dad is sleeping. That's true, they're sleeping. Caillou somehow gets the keys while everyone else is sleeping, and then eventually takes off towards the White House. So when Caillou arrives at the White House, he became angry and he is ready to bomb. He takes up the bomb and is ready to go and blow the gate up. After blowing the gate up as an attempt, it fails, and instead the police officer came in and caught him. The police officer says, "Hey, what's your name?" The killer says, "I'm Caillou," and he's still crying. The police says, "Oh, why did you bomb?" Caillou says, "Because I want to try to take over." Police says that this is an offensive way for a reason to get in, and that you have to come with me and get to the police station. Alright? So come with me right now, and you're officially arrested. When the two get to the police station, the police officer explains what's gonna happen, and ultimately he decides to put Caillou into jail because of the offensive attempt to take over the White House. The picture is taken and then put to jail. The police says, "This is your cell. You'll be here for a while and for now, until your parents can bail you out when they trust you. But for now, you are not to be trusted for a while." Caillou cries and begs a lot. Eventually, the police gets away, and Caillou says to himself, "I really wish I haven't done this. I thought it was strong, but it was too weak for this." Caillou continues crying and says, "Wah, wah." And then at the end, he goes to sleep at the end of the day without daylight, without natural light, and without seeing the outside. Going just to jail for a whole while. The end. Caillou gets grounded. He's so bored that all he thinks of is the history of the family. One of the significant events in the history of the family is just a lonely mom named Doris, at the time was a student, just being alone and waiting for a friend to come. Well, she knows Boris, kind of, but not yet a friend until this event comes. Boris says, Doris, what's up? Oh, Boris, says Doris. What's the matter? Oh, it's because everyone hates me. I've never had a boyfriend. Well, I'm so sorry. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Boris, let's kiss. So the two new couples kiss, and for a minute, after a minute or so, a random boy come up and says, Boris and Doris, what are you doing? Boris says, just kissing. It was over. It wasn't hard. And after that, the boy says, Boris and Doris, how dare you kiss? That's it. Report to the principal's office. So the two couples now feel shocked and sad, and got in trouble with the principal. The principal says, Boris and Doris, why are you here? And Boris says, because we are kissing each other. The principal becomes angry and says, Boris and Doris, how dare you kiss each other? That's it. You are both suspended for a month. I'm calling your parents. And then they leave and go. And then Caillou thinks about the first time the Boris might get grounded. Why did you kiss at school? Says the old parents of Boris. Boris says, well, because I wanted a friend, and the girlfriend named Doris, just want to be together. Instead of grounding Boris, the old parent says that it's luckily you can spend 1 month during the suspension hanging out with Doris. Eventually, Boris come up with a way to hang out with Doris, and here's what's happened next. Boris and Doris, the couples, hang out at a normal fast food restaurant and talk to each other. They kind of eat, but, well, that's normal. Another date involves going to the movies, which is another normal. They're just standing up as the movie begins and then ends. Finally, the wedding. Once the wedding is clear, finally, they kiss. And Caillou noticed this is the day after jail, but still bored. However, it's not the end yet. After Caillou thinks of his thing, he just makes a reflection of himself, what he's gonna be doing next after thinking about it. Just beyond the wedding, after the two got married, then a lot of things happen which in the future could become about bad. Caillou gets grounded once again. Now that he thinks about after the marriage, now he thinks about how he's born. The story begins with Boris and Doris being together. Eventually, they got to bed, and then they just made something. How is it? Says the, the spouses. Good, says them both. Eventually, they got together again, and then about 9 months later, they they're just about to have a baby. Alright? And then Doris says, "Oh no, my water broke." Boris says, "That means it's time to go. I'm calling an ambulance." So basically, they just get everything gets going, and there's the procedure. Boris calls an ambulance and says, "Hello, my wife is going to have a baby. Can you please come here? Thanks. Bye." Boris puts his phone away and says, "They're on the way now." The ambulance then comes. The paramedic put Doris towards the ambulance and goes. Finally, Boris begins to think about going to his car and just get going. After Doris gets rushed to the hospital and then drives, the doctors are here and the doctor says, "Are you going to be okay?" Doris says, "Yes." "Push your tummy," says the doctor, and the procedure happens. Doctor says, "I'm going to cut your tummy." "It's a boy. What would you like to name him?" Doris says, "Caillou." "How does he look?" says the doctor. Boris says, "You look cute." After the spouses and Caillou gets home, they are just seeing what they have to do. Doris says, "I'm going to give him milk since he is thirsty." Doris puts Caillou into the couch and goes away. Eventually, she gets his milk and feeds him milk. Caillou drinks the milk for the first time since he was thirsty, and that's how he begins his life. And then the story ends with Caillou being in his bed and just mostly ending what he thinks. He may reflect later, but yeah. After a little bit of reflection, Caillou continues to think about the summary of how he got started. So Caillou thinks about after the 6 or something, he keeps thinking. The mom and dad does several activities. After that, he begins to get bored and Caillou thought he could get the cyclist drinking the milk, and that's it. The end. On about the 3rd day of Caillou being grounded, Caillou gets grounded and is already grounded. Now that he thinks about how he is born, now thinks about his first year. So here's what the first year is like for Caillou. This all begins after Mom and Dad talks about what to do in the first year. Of course. Before then, Dad agrees to go shopping and says, "Hey, I'm going shopping," says Boris. Doris says, "Okay, we need clothes, so go get ready and buy the clothes." And then Boris sets off to the store. While Boris is at the store, Doris is still taking care of Caillou, thinking of how is he gonna ever get from not protected to protected from the clothes. Okay? And then shortly after that, Doris then waits and waits. Caillou may begin to cry at this point and says, "Wah, wah." But Doris is already behind, so there's no reason to cry. Okay? After Boris gets back from the store, he has shopping bags, and that's what it contains. Alright. The shopping bag has been opened, and Caillou looks like this. From there, now Caillou begins to cry again, but he has small clothes of a small size. Okay? Then Doris picks Caillou up and then acts like they're together. And the reason why Doris wants Caillou is because to prevent Caillou from crying. Eventually, they have a trip to the family bedroom. And Caillou might begin to cry as he begins to get hungry or thirsty. Doris gets the milk and puts Caillou into bed, and then gives the milk to Caillou. After that, it's off. Caillou continues to drink until it runs out, and that's how he's about to go to sleep, but without the milk. And this is where Caillou spends more than 12 hours sleeping. He's in bed the whole time, and sometimes into the day. Mom and Dad is sometimes at work around this time around, but eventually they have to come back home where for the few hours being awake when Caillou is in bed. Is awake. But for the most part, he's in bed every single day, and that's one of the main activities for sleeping. For a baby to go to sleep. After Caillou starts daydreaming about his first year, he forgot about how he celebrated his first birthday, but his first year was just the beginning of the whole journey that Caillou is about to live. The end. After Caillou examines his first year in history, he is now thinking about how he learns and speaks. right after his first birthday and during his first birthday. And here it comes the story. Um, at first, Boris and Doris are having a normal time, and it's almost Caillou's birthday. He seems to be sleeping and crying somehow. But the two parents are talking to each other, and Boris says, I'm gonna buy party stuff and birthday cakes. Doris says, okay, you can go. And so Boris takes off. While Dad is at the store, Mom and Caillou were just having fun to each other. They were then just shaking off, but sometimes we're not. Caillou sometimes cries, but Mom's already there, so Caillou eventually stops crying shortly. Okay? While Dad is continuing to shop, all Mom and Caillou does is just wait and just stand. They don't even bother to sit down for a while. And they were too patient to go. By the time Dad comes back, Mom already put Caillou to his bed and thought about this. The shopping bag contains a lot of stuff for the party. And then the two were discussing each other and planning on what to do. Boris says, let's go to the dining room. That's where we're gonna celebrate Caillou's first birthday. Caillou eventually wakes up and is put to the door after he cries a bit. From there, the action begins. Happy birthday, Caillou, says the parents. And while Doris is holding Caillou, they were considering what's gonna happen for the birthday. Suddenly, Caillou cries and is able to walk for the first time. He even begins to speak and says, and the first word says, Mom, 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 Dad, but didn't know how to say that. Caillou fell down a little bit. And then stood up while the parents just eat their cake, but Caillou did not know how to eat that. But eventually, Caillou might have ate a little bit of cake, but eventually not. After all that, the tour begins. The parents and Caillou were teaching about what the structure is, the tour of the house. The parent says, this is the kitchen, and this is the oven, and this is the window, and this is the bed, and this is the bedroom. Eventually, they went all over the place. Says, it's the living room, and these are the couches, also another window. And this is outside the house. Caillou finally learns everything of identifying the images and talks. Caillou says, hi. The dream returns, and then Caillou is done thinking about his first journey into talking and walking. The end. At the start of the day, in the morning, Caillou gets up and gets ready for the day. He thought it's a weekend at first, and then continues where he doesn't have to go to school. But he eats breakfast. So, and then from there, well, Caillou returns to the living room and proceeds. The family was having a good day and is getting ready to go to school. Caillou, not aware that it's Monday as a school day, says, "Mom, can I go on a date with Dora?" "No, you are too young to start dating," says Doris. "But I really wanted to meet Dora," says Caillou. "I said you are too young to start dating, and Dora is one of the worst kids at school," says Doris. Caillou says, "No, I said I wanted to date, and that's final." "Caillou, you cannot yell it off," says the parents. "That's it. You are so fuck you." Parents says, "Player, how dare you swear at us? That's it. Let's go to school. If you don't go to school, you'll be even more grounded, and something bad's gonna happen to you, and you'll be going to hell." After all the agreement, Caillou finally agreed to go to school and says, Fine, I'll go to school," and cries, "Wah," as they get to the garage and drive off. It was a normal school day, and Miss Martin was teaching an English class, and says, "Good morning, class. Today we are going to read a story." And then, at first, the class listens to Miss Martin, until all of a sudden, like in the middle of that story, did Caillou stand up and says, "That's it. You're so... Fuck you, Miss Martin." Miss Martin responds, "Caillou, how dare you swear at us? That's it. Go to the principal's office right now." And Caillou goes to the principal's office, and the principal says, "Caillou, why are you here?" "Because I swear to teacher," says Caillou. The principal then begins getting more angry and says, "Caillou, how dare you swear at the teacher? That's it. You are suspended for 2 weeks. I'm calling your parents." "Caillou, how dare you swear at the teacher? That's it. You are grounded for so many years. Go to your room right now," says the parents. And then Caillou returns to the room and becomes grounded and feels a lot more bored. The end. After Caillou gets grounded, he sits in the room very bored and just thinks about what happened. Caillou can't believe that he knows how to swear early on, and from there, he feels so bored. All he thinks about is, well, background that can be done. However, and then the real end. Caillou is a grounded who lives in a normal house at Going City. He's a cheeky little son with 2 small feet a short stumpy mouth, a short stumpy brain, and a short stumpy nose. He's a fussy little son too, always grounded in his room and bored up about ready to sink on long journeys. And when parents come in, he always comes out to help so the others in the family can go and rest. Caillou thinks no person works as hard as he does. He likes to play some tricks on them, including Boris, the biggest and proudest of all. Caillou likes to tease his dad with his voice. Wake up, Lily Nose. Why don't you work hard like me? One day after coming back from work, Boris arrived back in his room very tired. He was just going to sleep when Caillou come up with his cheeky way. Wake up, lazy nose. Do some hard work for me. You can't catch me. And often he ran and left. Instead of going back to sleep again, Boris thinks how he can get back at Caillou. The next spring break, Caillou would not wake up, but it's really nearly time for this day to begin. Now Caillou thinks a chance for fun. At last, Caillou wakes up and yawns. Oh dear, oh dear. He fussed into the living room where Dad is waiting. Hurry up, you, says Dad. Hurry up yourself, replied Caillou. Boris, the proud dad, began making his plan to teach Caillou a lesson for teasing him. Almost when Caillou is ready for fun, Boris ran quickly and entered his garden. Get in quickly, please, he says. Caillou is usually crying in the morning before going to school and always demands not to go. This time, Boris is taking Caillou to Chuck E. Cheese's, where his chance has to come. Come on, says Dad to Caillou. The car went faster and faster. Too fast for Dad to keep going. Come on. Caillou feels so excited to not go to Chuck E. Cheese and not being grounded. At last, they stop at Chuck E. Cheese's. Then, the two boys enter the building and notice that there is no money to enter for fun. It's like, well, little Caillou, says Dad. Now you know what hard work means, don't you? We can have fun. Caillou says, let's go. Boris replies, just kidding, I've just found out I do not have the money. Let's go home, you are still grounded. Poor Caillou feels so exhausted. Maybe I don't have to tease you to feel important, Caillou says to Dad on the way back home. And then the dad drives slowly home. The end. Caillou is still grounded in his room, but he's now thinking about
one of his happiest days ever in his life, and this is where he encountered his favorite place. Okay? Here's how this is entirely visualized. This is first happening after Caillou is just a little bit of a grown-up, but it's not quite yet. Boris and Doris, Caillou's mom and dad, says to Caillou that, "Ooh, we're gonna be going to something fun or somewhere fun," says the parents. Caillou says, "I am so excited, I'm getting ready to go to my place." And then Boris and Caillou continued and went to his car. And then the three goes off to Chuck E. Cheese. Once the family gets to Chuck E. Cheese's, the three check in, and Caillou feels so excited. They order pizza, and as soon as they order pizza, they're seated, and then Caillou says, "I'm really excited, I'm already at Chuck E. Cheese's. Now this should be my favorite place." And then all three people eat the pizza all together. And then they have fun. Boris and Doris says, "We're having fun. This is Chuck E. Cheese's, and I can't believe that this is going to be your favorite place ever. This might be our favorite place as well." And then after that, Caillou was excited eating pizza by the time all the pizza is done and already cold. So after that, Caillou plays Guitar Hero, and he said, "Yay, I won this game." And he plays several arcade games, but this is one of them. And Caillou plays the blue-blooded plushie, and he says, "Yay, I won this plushie." And then from there, Caillou spends time in his playground, and now he's ready to get going. He just stays up. He just climbs up the playground, plays around his playground, and from there, he views the whole entire Chuck E. Cheese's, and views down in every single direction. And then from there, out of nowhere, does he just go on some ride. And then finally, the Caillou meets his parents and says, "How are you? This is kind of a good place. Okay, let's watch this show." After this show ends, it ends and the parents finally return to their homes. After going back from Chuck E. Cheese's, Caillou said, "It was good." Mom and Dad replies, "Yeah, it was awesome. I promise we can go to Chuck E. Cheese's once again." And after that, Caillou landed back into reality where it's still grounded. The end. Caillou the Gruntedum was feeling bright and cheerful. It was a splendid day. Good morning. He whistled to some cows, but the cows didn't reply. Never mind, says Caillou. They're busy with their breakfast. Next, he saw the bus driver. Hello, bus driver. Care for a race today? But all the driver could say was, ouch! That was another hole in the road. I'm sorry, driver, smiled Caillou. Caillou was still in good spirits until the bus driver arrived at the next station. Bad luck, driver. Now if you're a kid, you would run at a pair of reliable speeds, huh? Replied the driver. The truck was supposed to deliver the tar to bend the road 2 weeks ago. You can't trust a thing that's too young. Caillou says, I am young and fast. You can trust me. I'll see what if I can find out what's happened. And Caillou puffed away towards the big station. His mom was starting about in the yard. It's too bad, it grumbled. Someone goes to work at the harbor and do his jobs. Here, there, and everywhere. Take that! Ooh, groaned the bushwhackers. Just you wait. We'll show you. Dad laughed. I'll tell you, Mom, if you were pretending to be ill here or everywhere, or go to the choir there, could you? Mom, what a good idea, agreed Mom. Look, here comes Caillou. I'll start pretending now. Caillou was sorry to see the workers looking miserable. Cheer up, he puffed. It's a beautiful day. Yes, grumbled Dad, but not for Mom. What's the matter? Asked Caillou. He's sick, replied Dad. Yes, he is. I mean, I am, stuttered Mom. I don't feel well at all. Don't worry, said Caillou kindly. I'll help out if you're ill. Dad and Mom sniggered quietly to each other. Some parents' friends were with Caillou and his deep went to the yard. The friends were still cross. We couldn't pay the parent back for bumping us to Whoop Hill. We should send Caillou instead. One engine is as good as another. But Caillou didn't hear them. He collected all the stone from the court and set up the junction. Danger lay ahead. Now for our plan, Caillou pushed over. Go faster, go faster. They pushed Caillou over the switches. Slow down. Caillou called Boris and applied the brakes. Poor Caillou, dazed and surprised in the muddy pond, as the toad eyed him suspiciously. Bust my hands, muttered Caillou. The day started so well, too. Security pulled away the pushovers, and another guy helped Caillou back to the country. Suddenly, Caillou remembered the missing tar. He told it about it. That's strange, said the officer. Well, car full of tar had been left at my station. That must be it. Driver will make sure it gets to the station. The bus driver now. Later, Mom spoke to Caillou. I'm so sorry about your accident, she muttered. And so is Dad. We didn't mean to get you into trouble. No, indeed, spluttered Dad. I'm here misunderstanding, Caillou. All that ends very well. Just then, the bus driver, he looked much more cheerful. My road's being mended now. Oh, I am glad, replied Caillou. Thank you for all you did, added the bus driver. Now I know I can trust a kid, especially if his name is Caillou. Dad and Mom puffed away silently away. But Caillou still had company. Well, he sighed. What a day for his breakfast. The toad was looking forward to a ride home to the city. This morning, Caillou smiled to wake up. It's a normal school day. And then Caillou was thinking, oh, hey, I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese myself. It's going to be a fun day. I don't want to go to school, he said to himself. All of a sudden, Dad came in and tries to wake Caillou up. Dad says, Caillou, wake up. It's time to go to school. No, Boris, says Caillou. Boris says, how dare you call me by my real name? Just call me Dad. No, Boris, says Caillou. I'll try to call you by your real name. Boris replies, not only do you still want to call me by your real name, but it's also time to go to school. And that's really final. But then the action begins. Boris becomes angry and Caillou becomes crying. Boris says, Shut. How dare you call me by your real name? You have to go to school. Caillou says, no, Boris, I do not want to go to school. I instead want to stay home or even go to Chuck E. Cheese. If you call me Boris one more time, I'm going to force you to go to school. Caillou says, no. Boris, I still want to go home. That's fine. That's it, says Boris. Let's go to school. If you don't go to school, you'll be grounded. Fine. We'll take that. And the two finally agrees after a very heated argument. Good morning, class, says Miss Burton. Today we're going to do some English. We're going to also be reading. And then Caillou says, can I go to the bathroom, Miss or first name? No, you may not. You can call me by the first name. Caillou insists once again, keeps calling Miss Barney by the first name, and refuses to stop until he goes to the bathroom. This happens at first nicely, and then all of a sudden, shut! I really wanted to go to the bathroom, and otherwise I'm going to use the bathroom right here. So, Miss Merton has had enough. Or teacher. The teacher really insists that Caillou doesn't want to call her by the real name. And then the action is starting. After Caillou insists, the sorcer says, that's it, Caillou. Go to the principal's office now. I had enough. Fine, says Caillou. Let's do this. Caillou still insists and calls everyone by their real names, including the principal. The principal says, Caillou, stop it. You're making this complicated. How dare you call everyone by their first name? That's it. You are suspended for half a day. Let's go. Doris, I'm so sorry, says Caillou. Doris says, stop calling me by my first name. The parent says, Caillou, you're grounded for calling everyone by your first name. Go to your room right now. One day, Caillou thinks of sneaking to Chuck E. Cheese's. He wakes up And then from there, he plans to just go to Chuck E. Cheese's all by himself. So he checks in Mommy and Daddy's room, possibly steal the car keys, and find out that they're sleeping. And then Caillou runs away. Finally, Caillou feels so angry to himself that he's gonna be stealing this car, maybe possibly for the first time. And then he begins to drive off. Okay? Once Caillou enters Chuck E. Cheese's, he begins to play arcade games all by himself, and then he wins the plush, he even eats pizza himself, plays on the playground, and then somehow goes on this ride, until all of a sudden, he watches something, and Caillou said, "Ooh, I bet Mom and Dad is not going to come here," until he is surprised that, oh no. Boris and the police officer arrive and says, "Hey, Caleb, how dare you sneak to Chuck E. Cheese?" says Boris. The police said, "You're arrested for trying to get away from your parents. Now, get in the police car. You're going to come with me." And then they go. Now Caillou has to register while he's crying. The police the front desk says, "Why are you here?" Caillou says, well, he said, "I think it's like the Chuck E. Cheese's." Officer says, "You're right. Just follow me." The picture has been taken, and then the police officer, another one, just sent him to jail, and Caillou becomes very, very sad. The officer went away, and Caillou says, "Oh, I really wish I should have not sneaked the Chuck E. Cheese's anymore. I feel so sad for this." And then Caillou begins feeling so bored, he wants to go to sleep right now. Early, the end. Caillou begins the day as he is still grounded, but he still has a lot of memories back then. For example, maybe when he was around 2 or 3 or something, Caillou was about to have his skills and toys ready. Ready? So, at the time, Caillou was still innocent and not grounded yet, until all of a sudden, Boris said, "Hey, let's go to Toys R Us. We're gonna buy some sort of set." Alright? And then the whole family agrees, and then they plan to get to the car, and then go to Toys R Us. They decide which set to buy, and then they'll be so surprised. And then, Both Rosie and Caillou feel so excited. He says, "Hey, let's go. We want some toys." Then they set off and get going. As the whole family enters Toys R Us, they begin entering the store, and then from there, they begin shopping. However, after they shop, Caillou just holds the set and notices something. "What do you think is in this set?" says the family. They said it's gonna be a surprise. And then from the surprise, Caillou notices, and the whole family notices, that they are ready to begin the set. The whole family says, and Boris says, "Let's fill up the whole house with the set. It's gonna be very fun." Caillou is gonna put the shed in, and then the dock is gonna be the living room, says Boris. "Alright, we all agree. It's fine. Let's go to the car, and let's bring this set back home." Once Caillou is back home, the whole family notices that the set is about to go. And from there, Caillou begins to play around with the set and notices that he has his own favorite character down at the sheds, and the other two, the last couple of characters or toys are inside the sheds. And then Caillou is not done with his set, as the set needs to be built. Caillou says to himself, "I really wish I could get the set done in a few days. Don't worry, I'll get this done." After that, Caillou goes downstairs to see another section of the set and notices the cranes, notices the tug, that he can play around with those. Maybe Caillou knows this name. After that, this is just the background. In real life, or reality, Caillou is still grounded once and for all. The end. sleeping in the morning. All of a sudden, he noticed that it is his birthday. So Caillou is still sleeping right now. As Caillou is sleeping, he thinks of and brainstorms a couple of ways he can celebrate his birthday. This is his 5th birthday, meaning that Caillou is turning 5 years old. And since Caillou experiences his 4th year as being ruined and constantly grounded, Caillou prays and promises that his 5th year is going to become much better. That's all he needs to say. He says to himself, I want my 5th age to be better. So then, Boris the dad came here and said, Caillou, I'm going to the grocery store and just buying you very good food. You stay here and you think of what you want for your birthday. Caillou responds, sure, Dad. I'll eventually get there. All of a sudden, Caillou gets up and then says goodbye. Bye, Dad. But before then, Caillou notices that he wasn't able to get all the demands that he had when he was 4 years old. But Caillou, this time, since he's turning 5, that he wishes that he can improve. Caillou says, I want my 5th year to improve. That's all we need to say. And then Dad rushes away. After Dad rushes away into the store, Caillou begins logging into his computer. And surprisingly, Caillou is still allowed to use his computer, maybe as an exception. When he does so, he creates a birthday list of what all of his demands are. Here's what it looks like. So the birthday list. So this is what the birthday. Caillou checks his birthday list. Of course, he wants his own figures. He likes Caillou himself, the birthday explorer. He likes video games in general, maybe Billy and others. His favorite place is going to unlimited Chuck E. Cheese's. He says he hates school, but Caillou wants to be ungrounded forever. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. No school does not mean ungrounded forever. Therefore, as soon as Caillou gets back from there, he prints his wish list and then goes downstairs and shows Mom this. Okay? As soon as Dad came back from the groceries, Dad brought him multiple foods like cake, eggs, and some sort of meat. Everyone was so happy. Caillou showed the wish list, but things turned out extremely wrong. Instead, this dinner kind of happened. So as Caillou is refusing to eat food, the parent says, Caillou, how dare you refuse to get your food? That's it, you're grounded. And they all say, sad birthday to Caillou. So, Caillou has a sad birthday, unfortunately. The end. by the sea. On a clear summer's night, there's no better place to be. The big ships bring passengers. Cargo ships carry machinery and other things. Boris and Rosie floated backwards and forwards with the crates of cargo as they unloaded and unloaded by the quayside. One morning, Boris and Rosie noticed that the horizon was packed with sails flopping against the blue skies. I wish I could sail to the foreign lands, sighed Boris. People can't go sailing, snorted Rosie. Because people can't float. Boris still had his scoop. Suddenly, the world interrupted. Wakey. I'm looking at the boats. Replied Boris. That's very good. Lots of boats, lots of races. Great fun. I have it around in case I need it. Are you going to the horizon? Asked Boris. Yes, and beyond. I didn't know that there was a beyond, Mr. Rosie. Do you go to the places at sea? Continued Boris. Certainly. I can land on ships, you know. Anywhere, anytime. Goodbye. Boris sighed. He went on talking about the quicker out. Rosie kind of lost patience. Rosie, well, word. I'd rather have my feet like on the ground. Our roads can take us to all the places we could ever wish to see. That's an emergency, called Boris. I'll check with the boardmaster. He returned with bad news. A man taking part in the dinner has hurt his head. We're here to take him to the hospital to the next station. Boris brings him down. Come on. Good to see you again, Boris. We're doing this. As he led carefully on the platform, the man was gently helped to safety. My job is to stay at sea in case otherwise I would take this gentleman to the hospital myself. Let's go. Goodbye. Boris set off on his journey. Soon he was steaming and driving along well, and wheels thundered along the road. When they reached the station, the stop, the man sent everyone and the driver got ready to take him to the hospital. You look splendid flying along the road, gloated Boris. No wonder how call you the Great Western. Thank you, driver. Rosie's right. He's thought to himself. Look. That night, Rosie and Boris stayed a little longer at the camp. The air was warm and the sea was calm. Just the shooting star, says Boris. Don't you draft, laughed Rosie. It's dark. Look, she's already going. Something fluttered down towards Boris. Then he caught it. It's the flag from Canada. Boris giving it as a present for That was kind of Doris, whispered Boris. Made him really instead of feet. Seems to understand. Boris still wonders about the lands beyond the grave. For I think he knows that sometimes the best travels are only those we can only dream about. Don't you?
still grounded. All of a sudden, he's been thinking about another part of history. Okay? One day, he was thinking about when Caillou,
after he runs away, that he was locked forever. That's not true. Caillou then decides to unlock the exit a different way. So he tries to unlock the exit and reaches out, but he's too short. Instead, he brought his speaker and then took the lock out. And that's how he unlocks the exit. From there, Caillou does the same thing in the living rooms. Because there's at least 2 locks that Boris and Doris has made so that Caillou doesn't get out. But that's not always true. Caillou is unable to unlock the exit. Alright? Then there he goes. After that, he begins to run away. And all of a sudden, Boris shortly becomes shocked when he says that the exit is kind of it says, "Hey, where did the locks go? I don't know where it went." Okay, and then Boris also checks the Caillou's room and notices that the exit there is gone. Wait, the locks is gone as well. And then from there, Boris decides to go to Chuck E. Cheese's to find Caillou because Caillou is not in the house, so he then begins to drive around.
Caillou is also about to enter Chuck E. Cheese's when all of a sudden, after Dad forces Caillou to come out of Chuck E. Cheese's, they begin discussing, and Boris says, "Caillou, how did you unlock the exit?" Caillou says, I was finding ways around it. I climbed up to the top of the couch and whatever. Okay? That's very unacceptable. Let's go home. You'll be grounded soon, says Boris. Caillou, how dare you unlock the exit and try to escape? That's it. You're grounded until further notice. Go to your room right now, says Boris. Then Caillou returns is still grounded like it is. It was just an imagination or a flashback. The end. Caillou has been sleeping and wakes up into the morning.
I'm so bored. I don't know what to do. Wait, I know. I'll steal Mom's iPhone and play with it, Caillou says to himself. He moves into Mommy and Daddy's room and steals Mom's Doris' iPhone while the parents are sleeping in the morning. Caillou returns to his room and says, Yay, I stole Mom's iPhone. Now I am going to sit in the chair and play with it for a while before getting an iPad later on, Caillou says. He wants an iPad so badly that he does not want to play with Mom's phone yet, and he says, What a good day, I'm going to jump out of the window and go to the Apple store. So Caillou gets out of the window and escapes from his house. After Caillou gets out of the window, he walks all the way towards the store and then enters in the Apple section and gets an iPad. He then goes to the cashier. The cashier says, Alrighty, give me $250. Here you go, says Caillou. Thank you. You're welcome, says Caillou. He decides to play with the devices at the front of the store. Plays both devices. Meanwhile, Mom and Dad wake up and notice that Doris's iPhone is gone. They know that Caillou is likely at Chuck E. Cheese's. So both parents are angry, so they decide to get going. Let's go, says the parents. Caillou must be at Chuck E. Cheese's. After arriving at Chuck E. Cheese's, the parents notice that Caillou is never there, so they decide to drive everywhere from then on. All of a sudden, the parents are so angry and says, Caillou, how dare you steal Mom's iPhone and buy an iPad? That's it. Give your devices. Caillou says, here you go, sadly. So Boris returns the iPad for a refund. And then turns it in and goes back. Bear says, Caillou, how dare you do everything? That's it. You're grounded until further notice. Go to your room right now. And Caillou goes so sad at the end. During a normal weekend, all, all four in this family just decide decided to sit around together. The parents are reminding the kids to be trusted because Doris says, "Hey Caillou, can you trust me so that way you can behave with your sister Rosie and 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 make a little bit of a friend while your dad and I goes to the store. Can I trust you to do that?" Caillou agrees and he says, "Yes, I'll promise I'll behave." The parents says, "Okay, have fun." And then the parents have left. Rosie, let me go behind you. Rosie says, "Yes, I'll do that. I agree. Let's do this." And then Caillou says, but nothing while Mom and Dad is out. After all, Caillou just sneaks up and then plans to do something. By the time the parents have left to go to the store and arrives at the store, Caillou actually pulls Rosie's hair down with enough force for her to fall down unconsciously and crying. And then, after supposedly defeating Rosie for the first time, Caillou goes upstairs and plays a game and tries probably a random game or something he'd really like. Here it is. After a couple of moments, after some time, Caillou is still in the middle of the game when all of a sudden, from nowhere, Boris says, "Caillou, get over here right now!" And then Caillou comes and runs downstairs. He cries because the two parents are stressed because they've noticed what happened. Boris says, "What happened to Rose? Why is she like almost dead?" Caillou responds, honestly, because I pulled Rosie's hair great enough that she fell down. And Boris says, "Caillou, how dare you pull Rosie's hair to defeat her? That's it. You are grounded until further notice. Go to your room right now." And then Caillou eventually returns back, and then the computer is also going to be programmed, so Caillou should not go on. The end. Normally, Caillou is sleeping at this time,
gets waken up by that, but this time, while the parents are still sleeping and school hasn't even started yet, Caleb is given this time to sneak up and play one of the game, this certain games that he kind of like messing around. Well, the computer does not ground Caleb because Boris is still working on the next program where he to ground, but the program is taking a while to develop, so this allows and buys time for Caillou to play. As Caillou nears the end of the session, all of a sudden, Boris yells, "Caillou, wake up! It's time to go to school." And Caillou agrees and walks downstairs and then goes to school. Miss Burton says, "Good morning, class. Today we're going to have English." And then all of a sudden, Caillou comes up to Miss Burton just to ask a question, but turns angry and Caillou screams, "Hey, I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's." And then Caillou says randomly, "Hey, you suck." No. And then, I want to break everything," says Caillou. This angers Miss Burton, and Miss Burton says, "Caillou, how dare you try making threats to our school? That's it. Go to the principal's office right now." Caillou does so, and the principal angrily asks, "Why are you here?" Caillou forcefully explains, "Because I did something bad. I just say random stuff that is kind of bad." The principal agrees and angers out. "Caillou, how dare do you actually make some kind of a threat to our school and planning to do crazy stuff? That's it. Go home right now. I'm calling your mom." Boris says, "Caillou, how dare you get into big trouble at school and making threats? That's it. You are grounded. Go to your room right now. The program, that new program is going to tell you how much you are grounded, so plug into your computer and try it out. You'll see." And then Caillou goes upstairs, cries, and the end. After Caillou gets grounded, Boris is working on this new program, so he gets this to work. Caillou is just grounded for 1/10 of a day, and Boris tries another, let's say 5. Nope. Officially grounded for 1 day. See? Now officially, according to the program, Caillou has been grounded for about 10 days. So the program technically works. As soon as Caillou gets grounded,
He notices that his dad Boris has programmed something. Caillou gets on his computer like normal until all of a sudden the computer says, "Caillou, you were guarded for 10 days. Remember?" Caillou insists and says that, can you please get back to the computer? And then the computer is able to communicate and says, "No, do not insist." Caillou struggles again. He says, "I beg of you, just please, almost giving up on the computer." Oh, trust me, okay? And the computer responds back, "Warning, if you insist one more time, you are grounded. You are more grounded." "Fine," says Caillou. I'll just think of something else. Either I insist or not, it all depends." Later on, Caillou has another idea. He's planning to steal the car and go to Chuck E. Cheese's himself and sneak up without even knowing, as the parents are just knowing right now. Caillou gets his chance and then begins to go on his journey. It's going to be one of his branch line. This is going to create his branch line. And then he takes off. Once Caillou gets into the hospital, he notices that he has a very big mistake. And then the doctors and parents ask, "Why did you crash?" And then Caillou cries and says, "Because I felt like I was too young. I was thinking about going fast. I was thinking about getting grounded and just having my brains go as crazy as possible, making me hallucinate." And then the parents responded, "How dare you crash and damage our property? That's it. You have been hurt and you are still grounded, maybe even when you get back home." So as the doctors and the nurses are trying to help, soon later, Caillou's about to sleep while he has no future. Goodbye. While Caillou is just about to wake up or something, However, he is now thinking or even dreaming about his his fourth birthday. His fourth birthday is much more happier than some other birthdays because Caillou is with his mom and dad. Rosie is apparently just about to go downstairs, but the three are really ready. Francis, are you excited to go to Chuck E. Cheese's? Yes, says Caillou. I'm so excited. Let's drive out there. As soon as everyone's ready and celebrating at Chuck E. Cheese's, this is where the birthday party is at. Everyone sings Happy birthday, dear Caillou. Happy birthday to you. And then Caillou's about to blow. He is around now 4 years old. And then everyone goes to eat. After eating their food, someone that is fed tells Caillou, "Hey, I have a reward for you. It's on your computer. Go check it out. It'll be very fun." "Thank you," says Caillou. But before Caillou all of the sudden has his fun in the afternoon, and then go. Once Caillou is back home, he's on his computer, logging in to the present that someone gave, and it's going to be a surprise for you. After Caillou practices working on steaming around on the tracks and working with the tracks and pulling freight and passengers, Caillou is all happy at the top. But back in the present day, now Caillou hears a knock before he gets taken care of by his injuries from the car crash. And another day, Caillou is just resting, waiting
more injury treatments. But while he does that, instead of watching TV, he just feels so tired that he now thinks of one of the important dates, which is known one of these very important days. For example, this is one of the this is kind of a first day of preschool, which is extremely important to Caillou, because this is how Caillou begins to. This is one of the pinnacles of Caillou's life, turning from happy to not so happy. For example, the parent says, "Caillou, this is your first day of school. Are you excited?" "Yes," says Caillou. "Let's go. Let's see what's out there." As soon as the family gets to school, they're greeted with other classmates. Rosie is in school for nothing because there's a rule that minors cannot be left behind at home. Both there, everyone is greeted by both the teacher, known as Miss Martin, and the the principal of this preschool. The parent, Kayla's family and parents are up front while the others are in the back. Miss Martin and the principal says to ensure to each other, and the whole audience says, "Welcome to the first day of school for all of you, except for one or except for a few. For you students, it's the parents are here to drop you off. Parents, you may go back and try going to work or whatever, while all of you students go to class." Eventually, first day of class started. Miss Martin explains, "Hello, welcome to the first day. How are all of you?" Caillou says, "Great." The other says about the same. And then Miss Martin says, "We are going to do an overview of what's up and what will school be like. Essentially, you'll be meeting new friends. You'll learn how to get through school, and you'll also know how to manage your time and also learn about your time." All right. After a whole time, eventually, Caillou then goes to the principal to be greeted. Everyone is required to meet up with the principal every once in a while. This is kind of like orientation. And the principal says, "Hey Caillou, how are you?" Caillou says, "Good." "So what's this is for?" The principal explains, you're a bit of a devising a point if you don't know what this is. This is going to give you an overview for you of what school is going to look like." And then after the visit, class returns for the afternoon after having their lunch, and eventually at the end of the day, "Happy first day of school," says Miss Martin. As the day comes to an end, let's get going. After this, Mom and Dad explains, "How's the first day of preschool?" Caillou says, "Great." And then Cailou's about to be treated once and for all. And then this concludes. If someday you should see Caillou the Great Son puffing happily from injury,
He may be on his way to a place located in one November morning, Caillou whistled to all of his friends. It's nearly Thanksgiving and I'll bring you lots of lettuce and pearl cells. But then, an early snowstorm came. The city was covered with thick snow. The people found work difficult. Some had to carry snow. The road workmen had to wait at the frozen base. Caillou and Caillou were collecting important mail for Thanksgiving. There must be a lot of mail for the city, says Caillou. I'll need an extra bag for all. Classic Caillou was feeling left out. It's not fair. You're not leaving any mail for me. But Classic Caillou's chance had come. There's a change of plan, says the driver. Boris needs us at the big station. Classic, you are right. You are Caillou's freight to the village. Classic Caillou was delayed, but Caillou was very sad. I won't be able to say happy Thanksgiving to all my friends. Don't worry, says Classic Caillou. I'll do it for you. It's not the same, sighed Classic Caillou. Classic Caillou was making good time on his way to the village when suddenly, Boris, what's that? Called his driver. There ahead was a fog by the light. He was holding a red light. The village is cut off from the snow, he shouted. We need small snowplows, workmen, and a gear. Leave your freight and sightings and go back quickly. Classic Caillou was seen stealing in Paris with beep beep. Classic Caillou. Wake up, Lazy. Waves, the mountain citizens need help, they're stranded. Please help, replied Doris. I need emergency to get you up. And she buzzed away. Now, Classic Caillou, what's next? Suddenly there was Caillou and Rosie at the work bag. Come on, Classic Caillou, whistled Caillou. Follow me. So the two people fell their way through the snow. At last, they had reached the snow. Doris was already there, busily dropping food for Thanksgiving dinner to the people. Dorothy quickly got to work. Lovely stuff, she said as she put the torch aside. Well done, Classic Caillou. Well done, Caillou. I said, Boris, you told you that you are grounded forever. I calculated and extended your grounding time because you helped the snow at least. But suddenly, Classic Caillou calculated that Caillou is grounded for undefined years by accident. He says, you are grounded for undefined years. Caillou says, yay, I'm no longer grounded. So Caillou gets grounded because of division by zero error. I just remembered, Classic Caillou, your mail card is still back at the siding, isn't it? Classic Caillou hurried back to fetch it. Just then, policeman arrived with his cargo bag. We've bought lots of hot drinks and food for the villagers. That night, all the people had gone back to the sheds, except the policeman. The villagers had made a plan to thank the people. They loaded paint, buns, and parcels into his cargo bag, and then they set off to the moonlight countryside. All the people were fast asleep in the sheds as policeman ran silently into the yard. He had no idea what the villagers were going to do, but he knew it was going to be a big surprise. When people woke up the next morning, they could not believe their eyes in the computer. The sheds had been repainted and decorated. People whistled and went. Everyone agreed that it was a really happy Thanksgiving.